Welcome to Dolphin Dive Daily, your go-to spot for everything Miami Dolphins. If you bleed aqua and orange, hit that subscribe button and join the pod. The Miami Dolphins have made a couple of important roster moves this week, strengthening their defensive line by adding a new player. On Tuesday, the Dolphins announced that they had claimed defensive tackle Matthew Butler off waivers from the Las Vegas Raiders. In a corresponding move, the Dolphins waived defensive tackle Trevon Ribka, clearing space on their roster for Butler. This decision signals that the Dolphins are actively looking to bolster their defense and add more depth to the interior of their defensive line. Matthew Butler, who is 25 years old, was originally drafted by the Raiders in the 5th round of the 2022 NFL Draft. The former Tennessee Volunteer signed a 4-year contract with Las Vegas worth $3.9 million. However, despite the investment, Butler's time with the Raiders has been somewhat tumultuous. After just one season with the team, he was waived and later signed to their practice squad, where he remained for the majority of his time in Las Vegas. Since his initial release, Butler has bounced on and off the Raiders' taxi squad, struggling to find a permanent spot on the active roster. This constant movement seemed to be the reality for him over the past year, with limited playing time and inconsistent opportunities to prove himself. The Raiders ultimately decided to part ways with Butler this week, making him available for other teams to claim, and the Dolphins were quick to take advantage of this opportunity. In the 2024 season, Butler made 7 appearances for the Raiders, starting 1 game. Despite his limited role, he was able to contribute to the team by recording 9 tackles. However, Butler was unable to register any sacks during his time on the field, which may have impacted his overall impact. His lack of major statistical production was likely a factor in the Raiders' decision to move on from him. But it also presents a chance for Butler to prove himself in a new system with the Dolphins. For the Dolphins, this move comes at a crucial time in the season as they look to continue building a competitive and deep roster. The team is known for its aggressive defense, and adding another body to the defensive line could help solidify the unit. Butler's size and versatility as a defensive tackle could make him an asset in Miami's defensive schemes, particularly as the team looks to improve its ability to stop the run and generate pressure on opposing quarterbacks. The Dolphins are no strangers to making roster adjustments during the season, especially when it comes to strengthening their defense. Over the years, the team has shown a willingness to take calculated risks on players who may not have fully lived up to expectations with their previous teams. Butler's situation fits that mold, and now he has a fresh opportunity to revive his career under the guidance of Dolphins coaches who will likely focus on developing his skill set and maximizing his potential. As for Trevon Ribka, the defensive tackle waived by the Dolphins, this move signals the end of his brief stint with the team. Ribka, who was an undrafted free agent, had a limited role and struggled to make an impact during his time in Miami. While he showed potential in training camp and preseason games, he was unable to secure a spot on the active roster long-term. With the team's decision to waive him, Ribka will now have to look for another opportunity with a different team, where he can continue to develop his game and prove he belongs at the NFL level. Ribka's departure from Miami also highlights the competition within the Dolphins roster. Every spot is highly contested, and players must consistently perform at a high level to retain their place on the team. For Ribka, the journey does not end here, and he will likely continue working hard in hopes of landing with another NFL franchise. Meanwhile, the Dolphins will look to make the most of their new addition in Butler and assess how he can contribute to their ongoing season. Miami's defensive line will now be under further scrutiny as Butler joins the group, but there is optimism about his potential. The Dolphins have had success in recent seasons with a revamped defense, and this move could be another piece of the puzzle. While it's unclear how Butler will fit into the Dolphins system initially, there is hope that he will be able to provide the team with the depth and versatility needed to remain competitive in an ever-evolving AFC East. It's important to note that while Butler's numbers from his time in Las Vegas may not be overwhelming, the move to Miami could offer him a fresh start. Sometimes a change of scenery is exactly what a player needs to reignite their career, and the Dolphins may provide just the right environment for Butler to finally showcase the talent that led to his draft selection in 2022. The coming weeks will be crucial in determining whether Butler can turn things around and contribute meaningfully to Miami's defense moving forward. In conclusion, the Miami Dolphins have made a strategic move by claiming Matthew Butler off waivers from the Raiders. The defensive tackle's past struggles don't overshadow his potential to contribute to Miami's defensive front. With the Dolphins aiming to strengthen their defensive line, Butler could be the missing piece to help take the team's defense to the next level. The coming months will be an exciting time for both the Dolphins and Butler as they hope to see the young player develop and contribute to the team's success. Still with us? And show some love. Hit that like button and let us know in the comments. What's your take on the Fins this week? In a stunning move that has set the NFL world abuzz, Mike Hilton, one of the most coveted cornerbacks in the league, has signed with the Miami Dolphins. This shocking free agency decision sends a clear message to the rest of the league. Miami is ready to compete for the top spot. Hilton's arrival in South Beach not only bolsters the Dolphins' defense, but also gives them a much-needed edge in a competitive AFC East. Known for his aggressive style and ability to shut down top-tier wide receivers, Hilton is the perfect fit for a team looking to dominate on both sides of the ball. The Dolphins, already an up-and-coming force, now have a key piece to help their secondary take the next step. For the past few seasons, Hilton has been one of the most reliable and versatile corners in the NFL. His ability to play both inside and outside has made him a highly sought-after commodity. Hilton's impressive resume includes stints with the Pittsburgh Steelers and Cincinnati Bengals, where he earned a reputation as a hard-hitting, intelligent defender who can make game-changing plays. His consistent ability to read the quarterback's eyes and anticipate routes has made him a nightmare for opposing offenses. With this move to Miami, Hilton is set to add another layer of strength to a defense that already boasts talent across the board. His addition brings immediate credibility to the Dolphins' defensive backfield. The Dolphins, led by head coach Mike McDaniel, have been aggressive this offseason, making several key acquisitions to improve their roster. Hilton's signing is perhaps the most significant of them all. With the team's offense already looking potent, the focus has shifted to ensuring the defense can hold up against the league's elite offenses. Miami's defensive backfield has been a point of concern for several seasons, but the addition of Hilton could be the solution they've been searching for. Hilton's presence will allow the Dolphins to play more press coverage and be more aggressive on defense, giving opposing quarterbacks fewer options and less time to make decisions. Hilton's arrival also means that the Dolphins now have a formidable trio of cornerbacks with Xavier Howard and Byron Jones already holding down the fort. Hilton, with his relentless pursuit of the ball and his ability to generate turnovers, will add a new dynamic to an already elite secondary. With these three corners on the field, Miami's defense will be able to stifle opposing quarterbacks, forcing them into tough decisions and high-pressure situations. The depth at cornerback, combined with the strong pass rush the Dolphins have been building, could make this defense one of the most feared in the league. One of the most intriguing aspects of Hilton's move to Miami is the fact that the Dolphins are building a defense that can match up with the high-powered offenses of the AFC. With teams like the Buffalo Bills, Kansas City Chiefs, and Cincinnati Bengals in the mix, having a strong secondary is critical to success. Hilton's ability to lock down top receivers will help the Dolphins in these high-stakes matchups. His ability to play against both speed and physicality gives Miami the flexibility to defend a wide range of offensive styles. This addition strengthens their chances of emerging as the top contender in a stacked AFC. The AFC East in particular has seen an influx of talent in recent years, with the Bills, Jets, and Patriots all making moves to improve their rosters. The Dolphins, however, have been quietly assembling a team that could soon be at the top of the division. Hilton's signing is the latest move in what has been a calculated effort to make the Dolphins a legitimate Super Bowl contender. His leadership, combined with the rest of the team's defensive and offensive pieces, positions Miami to compete for the division crown and make a deep playoff run. The Dolphins are not just looking to make noise, they're looking to dominate. Another major factor in this signing is the relationship between Hilton and defensive coordinator Vic Fangio. Fangio, one of the most respected defensive minds in the game, is known for his ability to get the most out of his players. With Hilton's skill set and Fangio's defensive schemes, the Dolphins are poised to become one of the most well-coached and disciplined units in the NFL. Hilton will benefit from Fangio's system, which emphasizes smart physical football. This partnership has the potential to elevate Hilton's game to new heights, as he now has the opportunity to work under one of the best defensive coordinators in the league. It's also worth noting that this move adds to the growing sense of urgency within the Dolphins organization. After years of rebuilding, Miami is finally in a position where it can make a legitimate push for the playoffs and beyond. The Dolphins are no longer content with simply being competitive. They're gunning for a Super Bowl. The addition of Hilton signals the team's intent to go all in this season. With a young, dynamic quarterback in Tua Tagovailoa and a host of talented offensive weapons, Miami now has the complete package to compete with the league's elite teams. For Hilton, this move represents a new chapter in his career. After spending years in Pittsburgh and Cincinnati, he's now joining a team on the rise in a city known for its vibrant sports culture. Hilton's decision to join the Dolphins shows that he believes in the direction the team is headed. It also reflects his desire to win, as Miami's commitment to improving its roster makes it clear they are serious about contending for a championship. Hilton's leadership, combined with his skills, will play a pivotal role in Miami's success as they aim to make their mark in the AFC. As the free agency period continues to unfold, the signing of Mike Hilton is undoubtedly one of the most significant moves of the offseason. With Hilton joining forces with a talented Miami team, the Dolphins' defense just became one of the most formidable in the league. This move will not only elevate their chances of competing for a division title, but also strengthen their position as a legitimate Super Bowl contender. Miami is making bold moves, and with Hilton now in the mix, the team is more dangerous than ever. The Dolphins' future is looking brighter by the day. That's a wrap for today's dive. If you're loving the content, share it with a fellow. Dolphins fan, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a splash. Fins up!